Hello everyone, my name is Mousa from grade 4B and I go to the school New Academy School. Today I'm going to be reading the story Goliath Beetles, Giant Insects. The world's biggest beetle. There are about 1 million species of known insects in the world, and nearly half of them are beetles. Goliath beetles may belong to the most common insect category on the planet. But don't let that fool you. These beetles are anything but common. Goliaths are swift-moving and solitary insects. We are still learning a lot about them because they can be challenging to find and study. We do know that Goliath beetles are more than 2,000 times as large as their ladybug cousins, and are even bigger when they are younger. Developing Goliath beetles larvae weigh nearly twice as much as adults, so it's no wonder these beetles are the heavyweight champs of the insect world and all around amazing insects. Beetles come in all shapes and sizes, but Goliath beetles are the heavyweight champs. Fossils from 300 million years ago show evidence of mammoth, centipedes, and dragonflies with gigantic hawk-sized wingspans. Earth's atmosphere contains less oxygen now than it did millions of years ago, and insects and other animals with less advanced circulatory systems can deliver oxygen throughout their bodies efficiently. Goliath bodies, therefore, simply can't grow as large as they did in prehistoric times when there was more oxygen in Earth's atmosphere. A few present-day beetles outmeasure the Goliath beetle. The Hercules beetles can grow to 7 inches, 18 centimeters long, including 4 inches, 10 centimeters of horn. The Rhinoceros beetle is 6 inches, 15.24 centimeters long, with most of its length also attributed to the enormous horns growing on its head. In comparison, the Goliath beetle is about 4 inches, 10 centimeters long, but other beetles can't compete with the Goliath's hefty body weight, a whopping 1.7 ounces, 48.2. What kind of beetle? The name Goliath beetle encompasses 6 separate related types of beetles, but telling them apart can be challenging. Even within a single Goliath beetle species, no two beetles markings are identical. In fact, individual beetles can look so different from one another that early naturalists mistakenly named over 24 varieties, thinking each was a separate species. They actually discovered that these unique specimens were different examples of the 6 types of Goliath beetles. Early British naturalists named Goliath beetles zebra beetles because of the striking black and white strips and other markings on the beetle bodies. Scientists suspect that the bold pattern might actually make it difficult for enemies and researchers to spot Goliath beetles in the wild. The markings break up the outline of a beetle's body, making it harder to detect against a leafy background. All beetles share certain physical characteristics characteristics, including 2 pairs of wings. The hindwings, or flying wings, are dark in color. They look leathery but are actually thin and membranous. The hind wings are surprisingly powerful and can support a beetle's full body weight in flight. Beetles' front wings, called elytra, are smaller, harder, and stronger than the flying wings, and form protective armor that completely covers the folded hind wings when not in use. In many beetles, the elytra help protect the body as well. Some insect species have mouths that have adapted for different ways of eating and drinking. Goliath beetles do drink sap. However, their mouths are more suited for chewing rather than sipping nectar, like a butterfly, or pieces sting like a mosquito. Many smaller beetle species can be found on flowers where they feed on pollen or petals. Goliath beetles weigh too much to be supported by flowers, though, so scientists think these supersized insects probably don't feed on them. Instead, with the help of sharp claws called tarsi, they climb trees to feed on tree sap and rotting fruit. What makes a Goliath beetle an insect? Antennae can unfold to improve the beetle's ability to sense its environment. Head. Male Goliath beetles have Y-shaped horns used for battles. Hardened wings protect the delicate flying wings. Sharp claws give Goliath beetles a strong grip for climbing. All insects have wings, legs with joints. Most have 6 legs, 3 main body parts: head, thorax, and abdomen, an outside skeleton.